Hey guys, Geoff here from Wunderdog Sports. Last week's video pick on the Vikings won easily as part of an overall winning week for me in NFL Week 2. Overall on the season in NFL and college football, I'm hitting 55.2%. On to Week 3 NFL. Did that 55.2% number impress you? Well, it should. This week I'm going to talk a bit about realistic win percentage. But before I do, let's revisit our friend Cousin Sal, who, if you recall, is making picks this season on the Jimmy Kimmel Show. After going 1-2 in Week 1, Sal went 3-0 last week. Congrats to Sal. To be clear, I don't have any issue with him picking games, and I wish him the best. I hope he goes 3-0 every week. What I do have a problem with is his reckless bankroll management and the lessons that it teaches sports bettors. Recall that he's trying to turn $10,000 into $1 million this season. That comes out to a ridiculously unrealistic 10,000% return in 6 months, or 20,000% return in 1 year. To achieve that, he has to way overbet each game. He needs to risk a reckless amount on each pick to have a shot at that kind of return. How reckless is he being? He's risking as much as 20% of his entire bankroll on a single pick. That's 10 times more than any pro would ever do. The result is that he's taking an incredible amount of risk with his bankroll, something that a lot of sports bettors unfortunately also do. Why do I care about this? Well, it's the #1 mistake, and it's going to lead to premature bankroll depletion over the long haul 100% of the time. Again, think about Cousin Sal's goal here. If he were able to get those kind of returns, no one, including Warren Buffett, would be investing in anything but that. That should tell you something. So what is realistic? Well, start with other forms of investing as a baseline. Stocks return 7% per year historically. If you can beat that, you're doing something pretty great. So back to my picks. Over the last year, my picks across all sports have returned 38.6% return on bankroll. That's 6 times better than the historic stock market return. I hope you find something that outperforms stocks by that much impressive. I'm not bringing this up to pat myself on the back, but rather to make a very important point about win percentage expectations. What percentage did I hit to achieve that 38.6% return? 70%? 60%? 55%? No, 53.3%. And that, my friends, is world-class in sports betting and results in a huge positive return. So keep in mind what's realistic here. Ignore people claiming to hit 60% winners. Ignore people claiming to get you a 20,000% annual return on bankroll. Instead, hit 53%, beat the stock market by 600%, and laugh all the way to the bank. On to my Week 3 video pick. We're going contrarian this week in the Buffalo-Arizona game. This is the squarest play on the board this week, courtesy of over 80% of the betting public buying the Arizona Cardinals as a road favorite. By the way, for betting consensus information on every game, go to the public consensus section of my website at wunderdog.com. It's under the resources menu at the top of the screen and provides up-to-the-minute data on who the public is backing. Okay, back to the Cardinals. Arizona was one of the best teams in football last season, and they're a sexy Super Bowl pick this year. This season, they opened at home versus New England without Tom Brady and proceeded to lose outright. Last week, the Cards took advantage of 5 Tampa Bay turnovers on the way to a 40-7 rout to even their record at 1-1. So which team are we going to see here? Clearly, the public has an opinion and has no fear laying the points on the road. How will that 33-point blowout win affect the Cards this week? Well, keep in mind that early in the season, teams that covered the spread by 14 points or more as a big favorite of a touchdown or more and had the turnover advantage are 51-81 against the spread in their next game. Such teams are generally overrated by the public in their next game, and they line up behind them and the bookmakers shade the line. The reality is that this line should probably be more like a field goal or less, so we have line value on the Bills. Buffalo always seems to have high expectations coming into the season, but they never tend to measure up. They've gone 16 seasons with just one winning season, and that was at 9-7. However, they are at their best and most comfortable and most dangerous in this spot, playing as a home dog. In that situation, since 2011, they're 12-5 against the spread. And just to give you some color on that, the 2013 Panthers and the 2014 Packers both came in here. They were 12-4 those seasons, and they lost outright. If you handicap this game on numbers, Arizona's going to win. If you handicap this one on history and line value, then Buffalo gets the money at the very least. And when you add in that this is the biggest public play of the week, there's really only one way to go. Play on Buffalo. Best of luck this week.